Hello, everybody.
Welcome to, what are we playing? Chicory.
Chicory Wednesday.
Chicory Wednesday.
It doesn't rhyme, but I like the title.
It does not. So yes, hi, hello, how are you today? And Rathlerosa, thanks for joining us. We're starting chapter 3 of Chicory, A Colorful Tale. And we've beat one boss. Ooh. I wonder if I should go back and talk to Chicory about this. No, don't make me go back. I'm so far ahead. It seems like a lot. I mean, I totally have this under control. But maybe she could tell me, what's going on. The brush. Ooh, powered up. Nice. Cool. Hold to swim in your paint. Interesting. Move quickly and fit through narrow gaps. Huh. Hi, Guns Pony.
Narrow gaps, the alcoves.
Bit of a late start. Sorry about that. We are
life. Fuck you.
We're dog sitting. My parents-in-law, their dog Vince. So he's in the room with us right now, and he is. No, that's not what I want.
You want to see Vince? We can put him up on stream.
How? I gotta remember how to paint.
You can't just mention dog and not pay the dog tax, you know?
Here's Vince.
Hey, Vince.
He looks a lot like Ollie.
He does. He's smaller.
And
That's
he's only
fluffy.
got one eye.
He only has one eye.
But he's got a lot of love
Aww.
to give.
He's a good boy.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah, you are. Oh. Alright, let me put my headphones back on. Hi, Rathlerosa.
Yeah,
Hi, hello. How are you today? Hi, Guns Pony.
Before starting the game, I took both Ollie and Vince for a quick potty break, and Jesus, I don't remember how to brush. Okay.
How'd the potty break go?
Potty break was fine. Oh, different. They both pooped.
Nice.
Vince is very stubborn
Riveting.
on the leash, like more stubborn than Ollie.
Yeah. He detects weakness. He can smell it.
Oh, that's how I swim in the paint. Okay. Good to know. Neat.
So you
Neat.
could use it to like swim up the hill, up the cliff or something? No.
I don't think you can go up the cliff yet.
But we could use it to swim under blocks or something. Can you can you swim up so you see how that's a path to the top left, but those trees are in the way? Can you swim under those trees? No.
No.
All right.
There's a path off to the right that you could swim through.
So, Hannah and I are
no.
back fresh from London.
We are.
I purposefully avoided talking too much about vacation yesterday or Monday.
Monday.
When we did
Monday.
when I joined the Helldiver stream for a little bit. So let's see, Hannah.
Yeah.
How was your vacation?
It was lovely. Oh, fuck me.
How lovely was it? Oh, what happened?
I painted.
You erased.
I erased. I didn't mean to.
I would paint a little
Look,
bit.
you could just paint it again. It's a new opportunity.
I don't
Yeah.
remember how to paint. Oh, I got it! Oh, man.
That's it. Stick yeah.
Vacation was lovely. I want to move to the UK.
Oh, Zoom.
Yeah, I got Zoom.
Yeah, it's you kind of
I
did your thing where
loved
you
London.
fall in love with vacation a little bit.
Yeah.
Wherever we visit.
Yeah.
It did get off to a little bit of a rough start.
It did.
We were at the airport, and Hannah began expressing to me her fear that I did not want to go on this vacation.
Well, that's
that
not...
I planned almost exclusively myself.
That's not what started it, but
what
that's neither
started
here nor there. No, because I don't want it to turn into a fight.
All right.
So why don't you just talk about the good things on the vacation?
Well, I'm going through the list.
Yes, so we know it was a rough start. That's all you gotta say.
Okay.
God.
There was a luggage mishap. There was a...
Oh, that's the worst.
Well...
There was no luggage mishap. Cameron will not let me live that down. Because I didn't communicate the Edishami way. And then when I do communicate the Edishami way, he gets very defensive. And he's like, oh, you don't listen to me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and you laugh because it's true.
Do you want to share what happened, or do you want me to tell them what
So,
happened?
on our flight to JFK...
So we went Cincinnati to JFK to London.
Correct. So on our flight to JFK, it was a small plane because the flight's only about an hour. So we checked our luggage at the gate, which was fine. We get to JFK. We're deplaning. Cameron says, hey, can you grab my luggage for me? And then I'll meet you at the lobby. He's like, grab my luggage. I'll grab. He said, grab whatever luggage is first. If you grab mine, I'll meet you at the lobby.
Your suitcase fit onto a
carry-on.
Okay.
So he's like, if you see my suitcase, grab it, and I'll meet you at the lobby. So, okay.
If you see my suitcase,
grab it, and I will meet you at the next gate, is what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw his suitcase.
I think you could just go right.
And I grabbed it.
You have to like
swim.
Paint the whole pathway and then swim through it. You can't swim through the areas that you haven't painted.
I follow.
Just the pathway. You don't need to fuck around up there.
Well, okay.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Well,
but...
I thought I was doing the path.
You're doing great. Keep going.
I thought I was doing the path.
Do you think you're doing the path now?
I feel like the answer to that question is no. That it's a rhetorical question.
No, genuinely, like I'm. You can paint however you want, but if your goal is to paint the path, I want to make sure that you understand what the path is.
I don't understand what the path is.
Okay. So on the right side of this, like if you think of this area as a square, the right wall, you see how there's a little like funnel shape and it goes over to the right, like it's got a little tail to the right. Yeah, that's the path.
Oh, I thought it was a cliff.
That's why I was checking. I wasn't trying to be
a dick.
I hope I wasn't. I'm sorry if I was.
You're fine.
But now
okay,
you can
so anyways, Jesus. So he told me, if you see my luggage, grab it, and we'll meet at the next gate. And I said, okay. So I got off the plane. I saw his luggage, and I grabbed it. And I go to the gate. And I'm waiting at our gate for like a good 10 minutes. And I don't know where Cameron is. So I text him. And...
What did you text me?
I texted you and I said, where are you? And you said, waiting for my luggage. And I said, I have it. You don't need to worry about it. And he's like, oh, well, why didn't you tell me that you had it? Because you told me if I saw it to grab it, and I grabbed it. So...
Right, but my point was, how would I know unless you told me? Like there's 4 possibilities here. Either you grab my luggage, you go, I assume you have it, and I go, and everything's fine, right? That's one possibility. You grab my luggage, you go, I don't assume you have my luggage, and I'm waiting there, which is not great. You don't grab my luggage, because it's not there yet. You go, I assume you grab my luggage, and then we're both at the gate, and I realize that I don't have my luggage, and I can't go back onto the boarding area to get it.
But my thing is, for me, I figured, like, I would have texted you to say, hey, I did not grab your luggage. And I did not text you that. Ergo, I have your luggage.
Right.
So...
I appreciate that you told me you got it eventually.
Anyway, I had it. Cameron got very upset, and then I got a lecture for 20 minutes, and I got upset as to why my communication was incorrect. So that's how the trip started.
And then we got to the hotel eventually, and despite us, like, triple confirming our reservation, they, like, had a struggle to find it, which was annoying.
So then, yeah, I was getting irritated about that. So anyway, so that was our landing into London. What's next on your note, since this is starting off at such a great... Anna's just silent, so this is starting off with such great...
You're telling a story.
things.
I don't want to interrupt.
Are you looking for feedback from Anna? I'll shut up.
No, I don't need
Anna
you,
can
because
weigh in.
clearly Wrath LaRosa has your back on that, you traitor.
I don't think it's about traitor. I think it's just about...
I would have communicated if I did not have it. I would have told you I do not have your suitcase.
Why not say it either way?
Just trust me that I have it.
but that's not...
Just trust me that I have it.
But there's the risk to that. That's the biggest risk.
But there wasn't a risk.
Because
Babe, just trust me. I got it.
Because I had it.
If you didn't have it,
then I would have told you.
Of your own.
If I didn't have it, then I would have told you on my walk to the gate, hey, I do not have your luggage, so wait.
But why not let me know either way?
Because I was on a mission.
Because people's brains work different, and my assumption is you would tell me if you had it.
And then get this,
ladies
and gentlemen. Get this, ladies and gentlemen. This morning, this coming from the person who wants me to over-communicate more. So, this morning we were walking Ollie, and I didn't want to zoom. How do I make the brush bigger? Shit.
This morning.
No, fuck. This morning, we're walking Ollie, and Cameron said, hey, can you get some things done for me today while you work? And I said, sure. And he said, can you get a quote on a door for, or can you call about a quote on a door for one of our rental units? And I said, yes, I can. And then I asked, do you have a company in mind? Do you have someone in mind already that you need me to call? And Cameron got very irritated, and he's like, no, that's why I'm asking you to do it. And in my mind, what I was asking was just if he had certain companies already, because I don't know in his other free time when he's in here not streaming, if he had looked someone up, and I just wanted that information. And he did not.
I did not have anyone in mind, which is why I asked.
And that was all you needed to tell me, though. And you didn't.
I think I did say that.
You said, ooh, no. So that's why I'm asking you.
I'm sorry. That was the wrong attitude to have. I appreciate your help.
Listen to all the shit that I got done today while this motherfucker has a fucking field day tomorrow at his work. Are you kidding me? Like, I am working in HR. I am trying to help rebuild this HR department from the ground up for this company that I'm now working for. So I'm doing I'm rewriting essentially the employee handbook because it needs to be rewritten badly and has not at all been touched or updated since 2021. I had a doctor's appointment, an annual checkup, so I went to that. I made dinner. I got some quotes for this fucking front door. I also checked our Cincinnati Enquirer subscription, because Cameron asked me to, because he has so much on his plate. And what else? There was one other thing.
Does this Enter Inquirer subscription is specifically because you keep doing something?
I'm not doing anything wrong, though.
I don't want to talk about it on stream because it is theft.
It's not.
Okay,
it's not.
We'll talk about it on stream.
Fine,
it's not a big deal for
theft.
Hannah takes a newspaper that I don't pay for. I'm pretty sure that's not okay.
No, you're not explaining it right. What I do is, when I know that we have an extra paper...
How do you know?
Because I know, and I confirmed it today, and I knew it from the get-go, from Steve. There are 2 units in our building who get papers Monday through Saturday. And on occasion, not often, but on occasion, we get like 4 papers delivered, like for a weekly edition. And so I will wait throughout the whole damn day until like 5 or 5:30 sometimes p.m. to see if anyone claims, the extra paper. And if no one claims it, then I take it, because otherwise it's just going to get in the recycling anyway, and I'd like to read it. So that's what I do. And Cameron is making a big old stink about it. So I went to the Inquirer today to determine, like, okay, how many papers are we actually supposed to have? And we're only supposed to have a total of 2 for Monday through Saturday, because Cameron and I only get the Sunday paper, and then there are 2 other units who get a digital subscription only. So if they get the digital subscription only and we get another extra one, then why does it matter if I take it, or if I don't take it, someone else will take it, and they don't pay for it either. So
it still makes me a little uncomfortable. Either way,
you get uncomfortable with really weird things, but this is coming from the man who isn't afraid to make inappropriate joke or run his hands or something in the middle of my pants in the middle of a park or something. But this makes you uncomfortable.
Well, one of those is consensual activity between adults and the other one's theft.
Ugh, whatever.
I love you guys. The stories today are great.
I can't wait for you to come over and see us, Anna. I'm so excited.
I know, I'm so excited for it.
Next on the notes, so we checked in, and here's the thing, Anna, I purposefully, I paid for an extra day at the hotel because we were arriving at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, so you paid for Thursday,
the day before we arrived, so that we could check
because
in.
You wouldn't have been able to check in until afternoon anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But the hotel was yeah, you didn't check in, so we don't know the status of your room. And I'm like, no, you fuckers,
just because we didn't check in,
I have it reserved for 9, for 9 days,
right, who else did you give the room to?
yeah.
For 12 hours.
Yeah. But we got it sorted out. They got our room. It was nice. It was small.
It was small, but
I'd say
we knew it was going to be small going in.
Well, it was smaller than any other hotel we've been in Europe. People go, I thought
Jesus.
It was people complaining about the size of hotels in London were oh, they're just Americans that are used to having a big room, and this is just a normal European room. This was small by European standards.
It was and I think if we had paid extra, which we didn't want to do, right, obviously, for what they called a club room.
Yeah, we could have gotten.
Then we would have gotten a bigger room, but I think a bigger room just. But I think the bigger room would have just been an average hotel room size. I don't think it wasn't a suite or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
We checked in. We had a little breakfast. We went and did our walk. We went to. Oh, I realized that I fucked up my time zones, and I got a bunch of like. The nice thing is there's a bunch of free their landmarks and stuff in hotels, or not hotels, museums.
Yeah.
Are free, but you can get free tickets to
ahead
reserve
of time
your entry time.
Yeah.
So like I'd say about like 60% of the trip I had planned before we left, and then I left blank spots for us to like be flexible about what we wanted to do in between.
Yeah.
So the first thing we were supposed to do was Westminster Abbey.
Yep.
But I mistimed it so that by the time we got settled in and everything, we would have missed our entry to Westminster Abbey. I was worried about like what would happen there. It ended up being fine. They adjusted our tickets for us so we could go at a later date.
Which was very nice of them.
Shout out to the Westminster Abbey staff. You were super cool. We did a little walking tour. We were staying up to adjust to the time zone and everything. We went and did a little walking tour from the Thames to Trafalgar Square, and that was really nice. It kind of went through a lot of the government buildings. We got to see 10, I keep wanting to call it 10 Downton Abbey, and that's not right.
10 Downing Street.
10 Downing Street. In my notes, the National Gallery was super cool. It's like basically a bunch of historically and nationally and culturally important paintings, but it went from like medieval England all the way to like modern England. So it was really cool to see like the art style evolve. I really like that. We got to see, I think one of the pictures we shared was
we saw an OG Monet, two of them, a few of them actually.
There were a bunch of Monets there.
Monet.
But my favorite was
Monet.
we saw the what was it, Cardinal Plaza in Venice.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, okay, this painting was like 400 years ago in Venice, and we looked at it and we're like, wait a minute, we've been there, and we recognized that fucking coffee shop. And
yeah.
It was like
shit.
It was like the almost the exact view as a picture that we had taken in front of a cafe.
Yeah, nothing's changed in
nothing's
that cafe
changed in 400
at
years,
all.
which was
freaky.
Yeah, it was a little freaky to see, but it was really cool. We went and had dinner that first night at an Italian place called or a Spanish place, tapas, called Barafina. That was really good. We for lunch that day, I think we went to a pub and did like Hannah had fish and chips, and I had a
Did
meat
we have
pie.
lunch that day?
Huh?
Did we have lunch that day?
No, you're right. It's the next day. So yeah, I think we just did Barafina, and then we went and saw Slave play.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
I'll let you take. This was one of the shows that you were like, let's get these tickets ahead of time and go see it.
Well, yeah, because it was starring Kit Harington.
Kit Harington's penis.
AKA Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
AKA Little John.
AKA Little John. What? Okay. Isn't that what Little John says?
Lil John.
Yeah.
Little John is one of Robin Hood's married.
No, I know. I said Lil John. What? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Vince, I'm sorry.
Scaring the dog.
Where's Holly?
Over by me.
Oh, we're on the other side. Hannah's loving life. She's just surrounded by puppies.
There's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
a good life to live.
And if you're looking and you see a bunch of boxes in the background, it's because we are just about to launch our Extra Life campaign in full. So I've got a bunch of prize boxes and stuff piled up. So the studio's a bit of a mess right now. But yeah, so what did you think of Slave Play?
So I I liked it. There we go. I liked it. But I will say it, like, nothing against Kit Harington.
Oh, hey, is
he
that your
did a
mom?
great job. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Literally how she just says, "Hi, Mom." I feel like you ask me this every time.
I forget.
And every time it's, yes, that is my mother. My sister, how are you doing? I explained my whole situation to Mom. Oh, that's interesting. Well, here's what I think. You should go speak with Chicory in luncheon. She must know more about what's going on than she's told you. She seems like the type to keep secrets. Be careful with someone like that, Ice Cream. I think that's a good idea. It's always good to hear from you. I'll be thinking of you. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. But I don't know. People sometimes have their secrets. They have their things they want to keep private. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, Cheryl, Hannah will explain the...
Anyway, sorry. Here, do you want to take over so I can explain? Because I struggle with talking and doing multiple things at the same time. Yeah, so slave play. So the premise of the play was about... can I go through here? Yeah.
You can, but that's the way you came from initially.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we don't want to do that. There we go. Okay.
Oh, a little birdie.
Don't think we... So if I go up that way, can I get to luncheon?
Do you know where you are? Yeah,
I'm there. But I'm wondering if I go... No, never mind.
Anna, how do you get from... Is it the Nibble Tunnel that takes you between the two areas?
That was the way we originally got the potluck. I think since you now have the ability to go through narrow gaps, you can go a different way. That's a little bit shorter.
Okay.
If you go to some of the unexplored part of the map.
Cool.
But if you don't want to do that, you can go back through the Nibble Tunnel. And that will get you there just fine.
There we go. Oh, okay. So, sorry guys. The ADD is real. I took an unofficial test yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that, like, I meet at least 5 or 6 of the quote-unquote ADD symptoms.
You should, I think, if you want, we can go see about an actual diagnosis rather than an online test, if you think that would...
Well, to be fair, the online test was from the ADD Association, Adult ADD Association.
AADD?
AADD, something like that, yeah.
That just sounds like a Canadian talking to my nephew.
It wasn't.
AADD? Ooh, this is a new color palette.
Oh,
I like how bright it is.
That way. Damn it. So, slave play. Oh my god. Okay, slave play. Gotta focus. Was essentially about 3 couples. 2 were heterosexual couples. 1 was a gay couple. Every couple is, 1 person is white, 1 person is a person of color. And they are going through this, not necessarily, it's labeled as therapy, but it's not therapy. So more like a study of race role play, because the persons of color in these couple roles are struggling to
feel sexual
pleasure. Yes.
When they're being intimate with
their partner. Yeah.
They called it anhedonia. And to be clear, this is the therapy depicted in the show is not real.
Correct.
It's not
Correct.
It's something the writer created.
Yes. So, the way that they do this role play is the people of color, for the most part, I think with the exception of the gay couple, dress up as slaves, and the white people, again, except for the gay couple, are the overseers.
Yeah, I guess, do we want to talk about the couples real quick? So it's Kit Harington and his wife is black.
Yep.
Kit Harington plays a British person with an African-American wife who's struggling with anhedonia. Then there's a couple where the guy is biracial.
Yep.
And
his partner
is a white woman.
Yep.
And then the third
one
is...
The gay couple is a black man and a...
ethnically ambiguous person.
Ethnically ambiguous, but in the show, it's never labeled that he's New Yorican, but that's how he is presented. Yeah. But he never says that out loud. So the whole show is about that. They go through this thing, this quote-unquote therapy session. And it's obviously, like, very, very tense, very traumatic. Kit Harington, I thought for his role, he did a great job. But I think the way his character was written, it didn't show off his skills as much as it did for some of the other couples, if that makes sense. Like, Cameron and I were both very much more enthralled with the... or I guess centered in on the gay couple. Because I think they just had the strongest character strength. God, that's redundant. I guess maybe the strongest story arc, because again, sorry, Ollie, I didn't mean to kick your little head. Poor little guy. It's not fully resolved, but it's again strongly hinted that the gay couple end up breaking up from this therapy session. Possibly, yes, all three. But for Kit Harington, like, with the material that he had, I thought he did well. He can't do a southern accent to save his goddamn life, but he tried.
And that was part of the point.
Yes.
He's playing a British guy who's struggling to role play the way his wife wants him to.
And I think, like, one of the areas that I struggled with, because the show, it was weird, Rathlerosa. Like, I liked it. It's not a show that I'll see again, but I enjoyed it, because it did, make me think, and I think, like, in my theater brain, I was able to critique it a little bit see things through a different lens, which I always appreciate.
Oh, what's happening here?
I am handing her the brush.
Feels strange to hold this again. Quit squirming around.
Oh, she wants to color me, I think.
Stressed, shy, excited, comfortable, confused, worried.
Worried? I don't know. Stressed?
What are you actually feeling right now?
Stressed. Always stress.
Always.
Oh. What's your favorite color? Oh, pink. Oh, okay. I wish I was like you, Chicory. Why? I care too much about what everyone thinks. Oh my god, the background turned pink!
Yeah.
I don't even know how to decide things for myself. Oh my god, Cameron! This ice cream is me!
Yeah.
I'm just boring.
You're never boring.
Yes I am. When you gave me the brush, I felt like a real person for the first time. Oh, this is getting into all the feels. I want to actually be worthy of it, like you are. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of a trash fire.
Me too, Chicory.
You probably shouldn't look up to me. If only we could all be trash pandas. I'd much rather be boring. Okay, think I'm done with it. But I can't show it to you. Unless you draw me too.
Oh.
I can't do that. It's only fair. Come on. Oh, God.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Picasso.
So, while Hannah works on this, so going back to slave play. So Hannah, before our trip, the whole point of our trip, I guess I should say, is it's our 15-year anniversary.
We've been together for 15 years, married for 3.
And I wanted to, Hannah always wanted, she enjoys theater a lot, and the West End is a place that she hasn't really been to for theater.
Correct.
So it was like, okay, well, we'll spend a lot of time in London, and we'll,
God damn. This is awful.
You can erase and start over.
No, this is as good as it's gonna get.
It's perfect just as
you know,
however you want to do it.
It's as good as it's gonna get.
You just don't see the artistic vision yet, Cameron.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
But yeah, so like the goal was basically we're gonna go to a bunch of theater.
Yeah.
Originally, that's all Hannah wanted to do. I had to like
talk me off the ledge.
I had to
bit.
really make a case for going to see some like historical stuff.
We're done. Yep.
Perfect.
That's as good as it's gonna get. Don't judge me too hard, Chicory. Jesus Christ.
That's not fair. Almost.
She likes it. She's lying through her teeth, but I'll take it.
She sees the artistic vision.
Yeah,
I
she
think.
does. Aww. No, it's not. It's great. My colors are random and the line work is sloppy.
Yeah. No, I think both of yours are great.
Uh-oh. Faster than I thought. It's too much for you to deal with. I can handle it. So, okay, so here was the other issue that I had with slave play. The nearest corruption is in Gulp Swamp. We'll go there. Good luck, ice cream. May the odds be ever in your favor.
So Wrath of Rosa, it sounds weird, and I'd say in general, I feel like the West End is much more experimental than Broadway.
Agreed.
But that's part of the appeal.
Yes. The West End definitely does more straight plays, too, than musicals, which I am A-okay with, because nothing against musicals, but, like, I personally, like, I want to see new shows. I want to see new plays. I don't need to see the fucking Notebook as a musical. I don't need, like, I'm sure Mean Girls, I'm sure, is great. I don't need to see it as a musical. I don't need to see Water for Elephants as a musical. I don't need to see Wicked like again for the umpteenth time. Like,
more original stories.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't need to be musicals necessarily.
Exactly. Where is the
So Slave Play was written and originally directed by a queer black writer-director. So, like, there is, like, I give it credit for, hey, he's trying to say something about interracial relationships.
Correct.
But whatever he's trying to say, I'll say that I struggled to discern a message. And maybe I'm old-fashioned in this way, but I do believe that works of art should have an intent, and someone who, if ever an artist is like, I just wanted to make you think, like, I view that as a cop-out. Like,
yeah.
Fucking, you should be trying to say something, and maybe the audience doesn't take away the message that you intend, but you should be trying to say something. And I couldn't parse out what the intention behind this one was.
And, like, I feel like in that sense, too, like, I think that's why, right, the gay couple in particular were so well-rounded and had a stronger arc because, again, like, Kit Harington and his wife, like, this poor guy, Kit Harington, is trying so hard, right? He's clearly uncomfortable with this role play, but he loves his wife. He wants to do anything he can for her, and, you know, including pushing the boundaries like this. But he's not enjoying himself. He doesn't feel safe, and, like, regardless of any sort of sexual role-playing, right, whatever you want to do in the bedroom, like, both parties have to have consent, and both parties have to feel safe. And the wife, like, she just seemed like she didn't give a fuck about her husband at the end. And I don't know. I don't know if I was meant... I mean, obviously, like, I am a straight white woman. I will never know. I can only empathize. I will never truly know what Black women go through on a daily life, right? Like, I know life is difficult for them and can be challenging with all kinds of microaggressions and macroaggressions, right? Like, but I will never fully understand. And I don't know if you were meant to sympathize with the wife at any point, but I did not. And I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if that was a choice on the playwright or if it was unintentional, like, just with the work that the actress in that particular role was
I'll say that
giving.
A lot of after we saw the play, I went back and I read a lot of the reviews. I was very curious to see what reviewers of color, and especially women reviewers of color, had to say, and it was very polarizing. Like, it seemed like there were some reviewers out there that kind of appreciated the message, but there were others that were very much like, I don't like, this doesn't feel like it's saying anything other than white people are bad. I was like, yeah, I think I wish the whatever message was intended was a little more focused on.
Yes.
Rather
agreed.
than it felt like a lot of the focus ended up being on, like, oh, it's so provocative that you're watching, like, these sex scenes on the stage with BDSM elements and race play. And, oh, down there, that path to the right, you probably couldn't squeeze down before, but now you can squeeze.
Oh, good eye.
But yeah, so that was the first show we saw. We slept in the next day.
Yeah.
Went to Paddington Station, which our hotel was near Paddington Station.
Our hotel was in the Paddington neighborhood, which I was
Hannah appreciated
totally
that,
fine with. God, I fucking love Paddington Bear.
We did the Westminster Walk. That was nice. We went to Chanda's, like, good pub food.
Yeah, it was okay.
Hannah, you liked that they did their own, like, sodas.
I did. So Chando's, shout out to Chando's. They did their own sodas, and I think their sodas were all vegan too, if I'm not mistaken.
Which I guess I don't know soda that well, but I struggle to understand what is not vegan in Coke.
So I found out, I mean, I don't know, because we put different chemicals. So that's the other thing, like, shout out to the UK, is their FDA is on fucking point, because, like, there's so much shit and chemicals and whatnot, you know, that we, as Americans, that we put in our food to make it, quote unquote, taste good, to preservatives, what have you. The UK does not do that. Like, I should have taken a photo and I didn't, But I compared, like I looked at the back of one of the Coke cans in the UK, and it's literally just, it was cane sugar, caffeine, whatever, I guess whatever the liquid is. But whereas if you look at, it was maybe like 6 ingredients total, 6 or 7. And then here in the US, right, if you look at ingredients on a Coke can, it's at least 10, maybe more. Are there any paths here that maybe I can take that I wasn't able to?
Kind of looks like there might be one to the right. No.
Can't tell. Doesn't look like it, does it? Yes, I do know that with Brexit happening that could change and that they're looking to privatize their insurance, which, I mean, God help you if you do, you poor bastards. Like, don't do it, but, you know, what the hell? What the hell do we know? But that was one thing that I appreciated. They also, like, don't season their food with as much salt as we do, just in general. So,
which is actually a complaint.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, like Cameron and I had we had to salt our food, I think, more than we're typically used to. Because we use it for seasoning over here, but we don't use a ton of it in our cooking. But the Brits, like, do not use any in their cooking, it seemed like. So we had to kind of season it up when we could.
But yeah, so we did some of the traditional English fare, and it was pretty good.
Yes.
We went to the British Museum, once again proving my theory that Italians are the broiest of bros.
Oh God, yes.
So we got to the British Museum, and we had our ticket for a certain arrival time.
Yeah, I think we were about a half hour early.
Yeah, half an hour early.
Yeah.
And there's guards working up front.
Right.
And I talked to the Italian guard, who's like from Italy, working there, and I'm like, yeah, so like this is the deal, and he's like, yeah, come on in. And I'm like, awesome. And then I'm like, what about drinks? It's like, nah,
because we all had our coffees. We both had our coffees. He was like, are we allowed to bring our drinks? And he's like, yeah, no worries. Yeah.
The attitude was very much like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, do whatever.
We were like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And then once we got inside, then we had to throw our drinks away.
for the actual galleries, but like we could walk around with them in the lobby and waiting area.
The British Museum was cool. I really liked the first exhibit we saw was actually the history of the British Museum and their like future plans. That was really neat to see.
Yeah, that was neat.
The ancient Roman exhibit was really cool. They had a lot of stolen shit from all over the world. Ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, ancient Persia, the Greeks. My biggest complaint was we kept getting kicked out of exhibits. Oh,
yeah, like I don't know what was happening at the museum, but the museum is supposed to be open until 8. And we kept getting kicked out of different, not just us, but others, right? Kept getting kicked out of different wings. So we weren't able to see everything that we wanted, and that was frustrating, to say the least.
They had a Native American exhibit, but it wasn't like... It was a lot of modern stuff, which is fine.
That's not what I wanted to see, though.
Yeah. Rathlers, I mean, we didn't get kicked out specifically.
No,
they were shutting down
certain wings.
Wings, and it happened to us like 3 times.
Yeah, like, I mean, but we were with groups of people at the time.
Yeah.
We wanted to see the... we got kicked out of the Native American. We got kicked out of the African.
Yeah. But
which was a shame because the African looked really cool.
Going and checking out again sometime. Let's see. Then we went to the 7 Dials Market. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, they have a cheese bar.
Food market. Yeah, they had Anna, you know those sushi trains?
Those sushi belt, revolving sushi belts?
Yeah.
They had that for cheese. It was awesome.
I didn't know how much I needed that in my life until you posted a picture of it on Discord.
It was so good.
It was super fun. We didn't actually eat there when we first saw it, but we went back to it.
No, because they were fully booked. Well, we were there the first time we went. We saw it. It was a Friday night at like 5 or 6, so the work had just let out for them. So
all the Brits,
all packed as they should be. But we went. We made a reservation for a lunch one day.
The next day we went to Fay Maison for breakfast.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
It's like a Moroccan British cafe.
Yeah.
I think normally you go there for tea time, but we went there for breakfast and they did a pretty good breakfast. Once again, showing that Arabs have absolutely no chill. Like, I think we had a great time in general at all the restaurants.
We did.
And Fay Maison was great, but our waiters were like the typical like Arab like on cocaine.
Oh yeah, we sat down and our waiter was immediately like,
dude, you gotta fucking
but
it's the difference between Arabs and Persians.
But to be fair,
Persians were taking our time.
He was I don't think he was trying to flip tables, but I think he
was trying to move through things.
He was trying to move through things because he was like, we were like one of 6 or 7 tables that he was working simultaneously.
Yeah. We did get to meet the owner of Fay Maison, which was cool.
We did. She was awesome. But yeah, we sat down for our waiter for that first meal, and as soon as we sat down, he was like, what would you like to drink? Water,
very
coffee,
friendly.
tea? Yeah, very friendly. But like water, coffee, tea, alcohol? Like, and we were like,
just very aggressive about it.
Can we just maybe look at the menu first?
We did a little walkthrough of one of the open air markets, Pendleton Road Market, which was neat,
Portobello.
but it's mostly
Portobello
kitschy.
Road Market.
Yeah, Portobello Road Market. It was mostly like antiques and then kitschy stuff. Didn't really interest us. The London Underground was awesome.
God,
I still prefer.
Fuck you, Cincinnati! Get a goddamn subway.
I still prefer the New York City subsystem, but the London Underground was pretty good.
I thought the London Underground was cleaner.
I don't think so.
I do.
But they're both great.
The Underground was better.
I have a note here. So many good dogs.
Oh yeah, we saw a lot of doodles.
Important note. Yeah, I agree with that one.
I
don't know any of the dogs, but they were good.
We saw way more doodles than corgis, actually.
We went to Hatchard's bookstore.
Yep, that was one of the oldest bookstores in, if not the oldest, in London. I think it's been around since 17 something. Do you want to look that up really quickly? Check my math.
Sure.
Check my facts.
We got some nice books. We got to explore.
Yeah, Cameron got me a
established in
special
1797.
1797. Cameron got me a special Paddington book that they specifically had for their bookshop, so that was very nice.
It's I guess it's your anniversary gift because we ended up not actually getting you an anniversary gift.
Well, I had an anniversary gift for you and fucking FedEx, which I need to call them tomorrow to figure out where they are with this
I have a note here. I don't quite remember the story, but it says how Hannah says she wants something.
Oh, because you asked.
And then,
Because I say, I tell you what I don't want first.
Yeah.
And then
I was like, okay, I think I was asking like Hannah, like, okay, we've done this. I know you're getting hungry. What do you want to do next? And her response is to start shaking her head and start listing all the things she doesn't want.
That I don't want. Well, it's like I had to do a process of elimination.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I knew what I didn't. I knew what I knew what I didn't want before I could get to what I did want.
We went to I forget the name of it, but it was like a well-known department store. I was basically so the 3-year wedding anniversary is leather goods.
Yeah.
Hannah does not have much need for leather goods, so I was hard pressed on this one.
Because you got me a really nice leather jacket in Italy.
Yeah.
That I love.
I was expecting to replace. I went in with a plan, Anna. I wasn't just like last minute shopping. I was like, we're in London. We're gonna go to this store, and Hannah has a like crossbody little bag that she likes a lot.
A fanny pack.
I'm gonna get her a new crossbody bag.
Fanny pack.
That's leather.
Yeah. A leather fanny pack.
Yeah. They don't call it that.
They don't call it that anymore.
Because that's means something else there. But Hannah didn't want to go, so we didn't do that, which is totally fine. So we ended up, I think we got hungry, and that's where we made our biggest mistake on this trip.
Yeah.
We stopped in at some Italian restaurant.
Well, it was called Chicory.
Yeah.
Which in Italy, that's a specific food, right? The Chicory is a little
it's
mini
a savory
snack
pastry
food.
shop that you go and get like an afternoon snack thing at.
Correct.
They're great in Italy.
In Italy.
This
Not
one,
so
it was
great
like
in England.
we kind of went to like Carrabba's.
Yeah. But we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, it was frustrating, but
Where
it was fine. We went to Leicester Square, which is
am I?
essentially Times Square for
Yeah,
London.
that was overwhelming. I mean, it was cool, but it got overwhelming very quickly.
I liked the area north of Leicester Square, which ended up being their Chinatown. That was cool.
Oh yeah,
That was a cool
Chinatown was
spot.
cool.
I have another note once again
If
that
we
the
go
tube
back,
is awesome.
we need to eat there.
Hannah, we started
Chinatown.
finding like, I guess when the Paddington Bear movie came out, like in 2016 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They put like 50 Paddington statues throughout London.
Yeah, they
and
did.
so we started finding them. I
All
think we
these
ended
little-
up finding
we found
during our
3
trip.
out of the 50. Yeah.
But we made a goal to take a picture at every one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Here's another note. Hannah really struggles to say "I want."
Yes. I've been trying to do better.
We did have some
Shout out
British
to my
chocolates,
therapist.
which I don't think they were anything particularly special. I thought they was fine.
I feel like they were actually sweeter than, whoa.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know.
What if you paint it or erase it?
Oh, it's a gift.
Nice.
It's a hidden gift.
A
Starry
Starry
tea. At the train station, a British... Oh, you should tell the story about the couple that stole your latte.
Oh, so one morning, so
What?
pretty much every morning, right, Cameron and I would get up, we go to Paddington Station, and we go to our, we'd get ready for the train to go to our destination for the day. So we'd get a pastry and coffee to go at Paddington Station. There were a handful of little cafes in there. So we would frequent this one cafe. Our first day there, first morning there, we go, I order a cappuccino, Cameron gets a hot tea, we each get a pastry. The cafe's a little understaffed. I think our first day there, the girl who was working there was new. I don't know what, oh, that was litter, okay.
You want to change your color palette for me? Thanks.
Yep.
Keep going. You don't have to pan. Everything's so yellow.
What was I saying? Oh, coffee. So our first day there, at the shop, I thought I could go up that little path. Oh, that's the cats. I order a cappuccino, Cameron gets a hot tea, we each get a pastry. So there's, after we order, there is a family who comes in, they have young kids, I think it's a sister, 2 sisters, and then a husband with 2 young children. The mom of the children is a little frazzled, like she has literal rollers in her hair. The children are mild-mannered, like they're very well behaved. And the mom comes up and she orders her coffee. She orders a vanilla latte for herself, something for her husband, some pastries for her kids, maybe like some hot chocolate for her kids. I don't know. So, she's sitting and waiting. The hot chocolates come for her children. A coffee comes up and I didn't hear what it was, so I assumed it was her vanilla latte. And, she takes that first coffee, gives it to her husband, and then is waiting a little bit. Her pastries are done, so she is coming back to check in. at this point, like, I've been waiting for a while for a cappuccino. So I step up to ask, hey, was there a cappuccino, or, you know, did it got lost in the order? And the woman was like, a cappuccino? No, I made a cappuccino. And she's like, this is a vanilla latte. And I said, oh, that's not what I got, but I know that other lady did. And then it dawned on me, like, oh, I think this woman took my cappuccino by mistake. And so her sister is next to me, and she's like, in her wonderful British accent, she's like, Bryn, are you drinking a cappuccino? And her Bryn is like, yeah, I think so. She goes, smell it. Does that smell like a vanilla latte to you? And Bryn's like, no. And she's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. This is no vanilla latte. So, anyway, so, like, it was all in good fun, you know. I got my cappuccino and went on my way. It wasn't a big deal. It was just very entertaining.
That sounds like the way I would talk to my brother about doing the same exact thing. That's great.
Oh, you know what? Okay, let's try.
Yeah.
So anyway, to be fair, like, UK does their coffee, right? I don't, the Starbucks is, again, right, because they don't have the same kind of, chemicals or preservatives that we do. So, like, I got a pumpkin spice latte at one of the Starbucks in one of the train stations, and it was, I mean, it was still sweet, but it was not nearly as sweet as an American pumpkin spice latte. So it was just like that for everything, and I appreciated it. I liked that a lot, actually. Oh, I thought I could go down that way. Nope.
Let's see. Agatha Christie and the Harbingers of Doom. I don't even know.
God, not Agatha Christie. Jesus. At one point, so okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, everyone knows that Agatha Christie is a famous murder mystery author from England. She's British. She's great. I love her mysteries. Before we left London, not related to Agatha Christie at all, before we left London, I kept seeing previews on my Disney Plus for the new series. It was Agatha All Along, who was the villain in WandaVision. And in the preview, Agatha from Agatha All Along does a toast, and she says, to the Harbingers of Doom. So I asked Cameron if the Harbingers of Doom from this potential series, which I've not watched yet and probably won't, is going to be like anything with Doctor Doom, because they announced that Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Doctor Doom. And Cameron heard Agatha Christie. Hence that note.
How did you like a full English breakfast?
I enjoyed it, actually, a lot. Who knew? Beans on toast, man. Who knew that
it is
was
good
a
stuff.
delicious as it was. Has no right to be as delicious as it is, honestly.
Then the next day we met up with Kieran.
Kieran, yeah!
We friend of the channel, Kieran, who streams Pokemon and Zelda on occasion. We talk Transformers stuff. He's Scottish, so he came down to London to meet us. And we went to the Tate Modern, which was cool.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
big
a modern
art.
modern art museum. I'll leave it at that.
And then
it's a modern art.
We went and so this was Antony and Cleopatra.
Yeah, we
at
saw a
the Globe.
show
Tell
at the
people all
Globe
about that.
Theater. That's how every fucking Shakespeare show needs to be. Even if there are people out there who are not fans of Shakespeare, like my mom is not a fan of Shakespeare. She will be the first to tell you. But I guarantee if she sat and saw a show at the Globe, would that turn her into a Shakespeare fan? No. But she would
enjoy it.
She would enjoy it, and she would know what's going on. And everything is so simplified, you know, like they don't have outrageous costumes, they don't have an outrageous set, they're not theming it in any way. I had never seen Anthony and Cleopatra before. It's not produced in the States. But I loved it. And what was interesting was for this rendition, a handful of the actors in the show, probably half the cast, were, I believe, were deaf actors. So they did all their lines through sign language.
British Sign Language.
British Sign Language. And there were translations, right, of their lines up on screens. But it was really neat to see them physically act with the sign language. It was really cool. It was different, but it was really cool. And again, you know, it was so well done because of how simple everything was. So I really liked it. I think all Shakespeare shows just need to be the simplistic thing. You don't have to theme it. You don't have to get a message across. Like, there's already a message. Just let it speak for itself, and you're good to go. It was cool. It's the only way to see Shakespeare.
So this was not the original.
It's not the original globe. The original globe burned down in. I thought it burned down during the Great Fire.
Yes.
In 16 something. But it is a true to scale, I'd say, replica of what the Globe was. So it is an open air theater, full circle. There are seats, but obviously it's more fun. We didn't do this because I didn't want to stand for 2 hours, but you know, they have what's called the groundlings, which is where you just go and stand around the stage and watch the show standing. But it was just, it's not mic'd, there are no mics, so, but because it's open air, because the acoustics are what they are, like, it was just, oh god, why can't I go up any of these? These are not pathways, and that's annoying.
Are you a little lost?
Well, yeah, but I thought I could go down at least.
Why don't you look at your map real quick?
I figured I'd want to go maybe here. I need to get to the swamp, and I don't know how to get there.
The swamp is to the southeast.
Is directly south of Luncheon. So it's not going to show up on your map because you haven't been there yet, but...
Maybe go to, like, the Sips River and try and go south there. So go north.
You're gonna have to backtrack a little bit.
Dokey.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, and for me, that's not super into Shakespeare. It was still really neat. I think Hannah mentioned this, that like maybe it would have been cooler if we had gone and seen a comedy.
Yeah, but it wasn't there. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't playing the week.
Yeah.
That we were
but
in
it was still
London,
a very good
but it
play.
was still
And
very good.
For
yes.
a tragedy, it was still like had its comedic moments.
Yeah.
I know Barbas, I think, was a standout character and actor.
Yeah.
They were really, really funny. Then we went and did Hot Pot. Hannah had Hot Pot for the first time. What did you think of that?
It was okay.
I love Hot Pot.
I know you do.
Get a little bit of hot soup. You get your little meats and you get to cook them in the broth.
It was neat that you got to cook your meat. I mean, I did tofu, but it was cool. Like,
I think you went wrong there.
God damn it! What, the tofu?
Yeah.
I liked it though.
I'm glad you liked it. I recognize though, it was a bit of a struggle. It seemed like for the tofu to hold together.
Well, yeah. But that's okay.
We had cornettos. We did. The only thing we didn't do were Cadbury cream eggs because we couldn't find any.
Yeah, that's true.
Krispy Kreme we had. It wasn't as good.
No, that was also a That was a mistake.
But that was just like on the way to Westminster Abbey in the morning. We just had to get something in our stomachs. And Westminster Abbey was really neat.
Damn it,
Medieval
that's not
church.
what I wanted.
That's, you know, it's part of the... You want to go up.
I know, but I need to get off of the platform. You see what I'm saying? I need to get off the platform.
Why can't you go across and then go up again?
I feel like that's what I just did.
Yeah, now stand on the tree and then color it in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was what I screwed up. Oh,
There you go.
my bad.
No, you're fine. Go left. Westminster Abbey was really cool. They just have like so many, because it's such a like both culturally, governmentally, and religiously important. Like I stood at a spot where Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, Michael Faraday, and Stephen Hawking are all buried.
That's pretty cool.
That was really neat.
I saw, oh, hey, Gulp Swamp that way. I saw Queen Elizabeth's the first and her sister Mary's tomb, and that was really cool for me.
Yeah.
Fun fact, they're buried next to each other, even though Mary hated Elizabeth. She tried to get her killed. She did not succeed.
We went to the British Library.
We did. That was really neat.
Might have been my favorite museum experience. I mean, it's a functional library, but it also had a really cool exhibit. Like it had an original copy of the Magna Carta.
Yeah.
Some really beautifully illuminated texts. All sorts of... I think we're going the right way now.
We are.
So I think...
This is the
Can you
swamp.
swim between the trees, maybe?
That's what I'm trying... That's what I'm gonna do. Just let me color it. God.
The library was really cool. While, like, they had original sketches from Leonardo da Vinci.
They did. I saw...
We got membership, so we got to go to the reading room.
Oh, yeah. Cameron found a 1700s copy
a gentleman's magazine from
Gentleman's
the 1700s.
magazines, yeah.
So I got to see the British perspective of the American Revolution, like, live. That was really, really neat. The American Incident, as they called it.
Is what the British call it, the American Incident.
We went to we got some Indian food while we were there. We got some curry that ended up being really, really good. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Bombay Bee. They were awesome.
Good job.
The Tower of London. What did you think of the Tower of London? Oh.
I was... Aw.
Oh,
it's not her
Blackberry
fault.
being a dick.
Yeah. So you're being unfair to her.
Yeah, Blackberry.
Yeah, call her
shut
out.
up.
No. Fuck you.
You old donkey.
If you have such a problem with Chicory, then why do you give her the brush in the first place? She's an exceptional talent. It's not that I don't believe in her. It's that I expected more and I'm disappointed. Oh my god, my anxiety. Ah!
Is this like calling up childhood memories?
Oh, more like childhood traumas. There's so much better I don't understand. Please be careful. That's all I can say. You're a... Oh my god, she's the worst.
Gulp Swamp.
This area has my favorite music in the game.
I like it. It's a little echoey.
It's just so funky.
Oh,
Yeah.
look how the paint, the water kind of thins the paint
Yeah.
over time.
Oh
That's
yeah!
a cool effect.
I didn't notice that at first. Oh no, that's not where I wanted to go.
And then, yeah, the next thing we did after
The Tower of London was underwhelming. Like, it was really cool to see.
Oh, I loved it.
I thought I would have more of kind of an awe moment because I, like every basic white girl, am a really big fan of Henry VIII and his 6 wives. And so, like, for me, the Tower of London, I was like, oh my god, I just want to learn all about Anne Boleyn. So, spoiler alert, there's like nothing about her in the Tower of London. And it's basically a museum with a bunch of, well, the Queen's jewels are there, which I guess were cool to see, like the actual Queen's jewels. We walked through a vault, essentially. We walked through a vault to see the jewels. But otherwise, it's a museum just with a bunch of old armory, which was kind of cool, I guess, and battle gear and
I liked it.
shit that I don't
thought it
care
had
about.
a lot of cool history.
It did.
I thought the ravens were really cool.
The ravens were really cool.
We got a tour by one of the beefeaters. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I thought it was very neat. I mean, it's a proper castle. The White
It's like
Tower
its
with the
own
armory.
town,
It had a
essentially.
cool. I took a picture. You'll love this, Anna. It was the most Monster Hunter weapon. It was an axe gun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I want an axe gun.
I don't know
Yeah.
how functional it truly was.
Not very functional.
But it
It's not
looked
about
cool.
being functional, it's style
Yeah.
points.
It looked pretty neat.
Then we tried to go to the Eye of London.
Oh,
and
yeah, the
that-
London Eye, and they...
That was lame.
Yeah, they shut down at like 5 or 5:30, and we wanted to go at night, so we ended up... That was
Yeah, like the whole point is like go see a sunset, you know?
Yeah, that was the one big touristy thing that we did not do, was the eye.
Well, that wasn't the one. We also didn't go to Buckingham Palace.
Oh, we did not go to Buckingham Palace.
We did go to Horse Guards. Horse Guards was cool.
And we saw, we kind of randomly, actually, I think, happened upon Kensington Palace, because we did a walk through Kensington Garden. And truthfully, I did not realize that Kensington Palace was physically in Kensington Garden. I thought Kensington Palace was in Kensington, but in a different area. So we did not go inside Kensington Palace, but it was very pretty. I said hi to Will and Kate from, yards away while they're in their apartments.
Yeah.
Kensington Garden was lovely, though.
Let's see. We went to what was it called? The D and May Boat Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty good Australian food, like steak, standard stuff. The Natural History Museum, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Highly
that
recommend,
one was really
especially if
cool.
you like dinosaurs. Especially like with how much of early archaeology and paleontology came from the British. That was really, really cool. They had some awesome dinosaur displays. They had a place. Their gift shop was called the Dino Store.
Yeah.
But then the restaurant in the museum was called the T-Rex Restaurant.
and
And
they
it
should have
should have
called
been
it
called the
the
T-Rex
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yes.
And they fucked up
They
by
didn't.
not doing that.
Natural History Museum. Fix it.
Ball dropped. We did a walk around like the inner city. We did the old Knights Templar headquarters church. The St. Bride's church that inspired the wedding cake. At some point, yeah, we got to come back because we got to do. I still want to do St. Paul's Cathedral and Buckingham Palace. The monument to the Great Fire was really, really cool. It's huge.
Damn it.
Let's see.
Hi, Francis.
Oh, and then we had dinner at Helen Duro's.
Yes, we
You want
did.
to talk about that a little bit?
Do you want to let the cat in?
No. I can. Do you want me to?
Always.
Alright. I'm gonna do
So,
this and they're immediately going to cause a mess.
yep, that's what they do.
That's-
You don't
I
have to
think
let
that's
him in
kind
if you
of
don't
the
want
point.
to.
If you want me to, I will.
Helen DeRose was a 3-star Michelin restaurant that Cameron took me to for our 3-year wedding anniversary, and it was amazing. The food was phenomenal. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I loved the food. Their service was top notch. Can you move the little picture?
move the little picture?
The camera picture. Or not, never mind. I just had to see what I'm doing.
There's like a little box.
No, I was wondering if I could get...
It looks like it's just a corner.
Just a corner.
Okay.
There's a piece of litter there, though.
Ah! Good eye.
Oh, Francis wants some love. Come here. Why are you wet?
Francis always wants some love.
Yeah. He's my needy boy. They're all needy.
They're all needy.
Now, look at Vince real quick.
Hi, Vince.
There's too many people.
Now
in there.
everybody's being needy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Francis. You're such a good cat. Yeah.
We won't have Vince here when you get here, so you're not going to be overwhelmed by small animals.
You say that like it would be a bad thing.
Well, I want you to sleep comfortably. I'll admit, like, the cats like to play at night.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Mega Stuff likes to play at night. Francis very much wants to cuddle and sleep. Mega Stuff will come up, it's a game to her. So she comes up on the bed. Hi, Francis. Thank you for cuddling, Mommy. Thank you. Oh, you're my sweet boy. Mega Stuff will come up on the bed, and it's only to me, it's not to Cameron. And she will paw at me and meow.
Like, kind of a... What?
Ow,
What?
Jesus.
Sorry, did that hurt?
Well, you just like came out of nowhere. I didn't know what you were doing, so I just see you all of a sudden, and your hand is just like...
You don't get to go over there, too.
Anyway, so Mega Stuff will come up and she paws at me gently, and then she's like, meow, Mom, 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 until I wake up. And then she's like, okay, you're up, cool. And she walks away, right? She got off the bed and she goes into the living room, and then she comes back 3 minutes later and does the same thing again. And it's always like just as I'm about to fall asleep. And meanwhile, Francis just cuddles at his dad's feet because he wants to cuddle.
He like cuddles my leg.
Yeah.
It's pretty
The
cute.
food was very good. Do you want to read the menu while I do this?
Sure. Okay. You want me to just read the menu?
Or you could give them a show of it.
Sure. So
Hi, hello, how are you today? Says the restaurant better have been good with how expensive you were saying it was.
We did have two different menus because Hannah got some adjustments.
Well, I got drunk very quickly because it was a wine tasting.
Yeah, so what we got was 7 courses and a wine pairing for each course. As well as we started out with a drink and some stuff.
Ahead of time.
But they did give us some extra stuff, which was awesome. So on the 7 courses, let's see, the first thing Hannah got was the caviar, which was this the first time you had caviar?
I'll say yes. Because I do think it was. It was very good.
Yeah. What's not on the menu are the little bites at the beginning, the 3 canapes.
Oh yeah, that was very good.
But yeah, Hannah did the caviar while I got the yellowfin tuna. Then the next thing was a little tomato dish with zalati bloom.
I mean, everything we ate was delicious.
Lobster. They added in a course for us of ox tongue, which
They
was
added
awesome.
in so many courses.
Red mullet. Hannah got pigeon, and I got Wagyu beef as like our main course.
So I will say that was the one thing that I don't think I cared for in trying the pigeon. I tried it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me.
And then there were 2 dessert courses. There was fig, and then Hannah got a signature baba with like this Tulamen raspberry, and I got the a saffron cocoa bean chocolate. But by that point, we were like full.
Well, and then they also gave us a special little dessert for our anniversary.
Yes. They did a little research on us, I think. They also sent like a lovely little communication before and after. Yeah, it was. I talked about this on Monday, where I want to acknowledge this is a luxury. I don't think that it's like a must-do for everyone.
No.
But Hannah and I really appreciate food. I recognize fully that I'm in a very fortunate position where I can spend that kind of money on a personal
And it's
thing.
like, it was once in a 3-year thing. Like, it's not something that we do every year. In my 36 years of living, I have never been to I don't know that I've been to a Michelin star restaurant with you before.
Yeah, and I hadn't been to one since like a month ago, so, you know.
It's a month ago.
Did we go to one that I'm forgetting?
No, I went to one.
Oh, what was it? Olive Garden?
No. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, so in 36 years, I've never been to any Michelin star restaurant. So
And in 29 years, I've never been.
Jesus Christ.
Or
So
what
it
was
is not a thing that we do.
She was
clearly
36 and he was 20.
37 and he was 20. Yeah, we just watched a 30 Rock episode. I'm rewatching 30 Rock.
But yeah, I recommend it. Like, if you like food, if you can afford the expense,
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful experience. You're paying for the pamper. Can you, the little seed pod thing? Make it squirt, launch it. No.
Oh, cat shenanigans.
What'd I get? A leafy.
Ooh, leafy dress.
Leafy
shirt. Leafy hat. There's a place in Chicago we need to go to called Alinea, probably next year. So the thing to note is the food is gonna be good at any Michelin star restaurant.
Yes.
But a big majority of what you're paying for is not just the food, it is the service. Like,
Yeah.
we had, like, the way the staff, we got a tour of the kitchen. They just did, like, they just make you feel it's like extreme hospitality.
Yeah, like they are clearly like they are there for you.
Yeah. Hannah, you felt a little intimidated, I think.
Oh, I was very intimidated.
Like, I had to talk to the staff for you at points, I think, because you were worried that you were, like, gonna make trouble or hassle them or something.
Well, I didn't want to hassle them. That's what I was concerned
they're...
about, that I was just like, oh my god, I am asking you to stop giving me wine, or I'm asking you to give me more water, or tell you that I'm not going to drink wine anymore. How rude of me.
Right. And what you had to get used to is, like, we're not asking for something unreasonable. 2, they are there, like, that their job. They are not like $15 an hour wait staff.
No, I know, like that they are getting paid a lot of money
at a level. That was the other thing for me. Like, I don't know, Anna, did you ever watch like The Bear or anything?
Well, yeah, you and I have watched that together. I need to finish it. I probably actually just need to start from the beginning.
Like,
but
the little like industry stuff, it's cool just to see like the way the front of house moves and the back of house moves, and that it was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then. Oh, we saw a fox on the way home.
We did. I took that as a sign from the universe. I've never seen a fox before.
Never?
Just, like,
I mean, not up
street.
close. I'm not as a physical human being walking randomly. I've seen foxes in books. I've seen foxes in Google internet and videos and, on Instagram. I have never physically seen a fox cross my path. I don't know.
Is there some path over on the left? Or
well, that's what I was wondering, but I don't think there is.
Maybe head back to the right?
Yeah, you're trying to get over to the right.
Okay.
It's a little bit of vine trickery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to head to the right one. I think go to the south. You'll get launched to the west, and then you'll be able to hop down a level and launch to the east.
Nah, Hannah's been trying that already a couple of times. You
Yeah,
can't
so
hop down.
this way, this one will launch me over to the left. It doesn't launch me to the right.
Yeah, that one launches you to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And I don't know yet how to get up here.
Oh my god, Ollie's being a little jealous boy. It's like
Yeah.
Francis.
What happened?
Ollie just was like, he slipped. He was trying to get your attention.
Ollie.
Oh.
Ollie, you're my good boy. You see me all day.
Then our last day of the trip.
You see me all day. Jesus.
No, sit. Hey, Ollie.
Okay, take a breath. Ollie.
He's getting tangled in the wires.
Oh, poor boy.
Get yourself out. Take a breath.
I learned it from watching you, Mom. I learned it from watching you. Ollie, place.
You're okay.
There you go.
You're okay.
He's like, no, I'm not. The world's
fine.
ending.
You're fine. Did you hear thunder?
The last day, the thing I wanted to go to, which it took some convincing for Hannah to do, was Stonehenge. Stonehenge is near Salisbury, which is about a 2-hour train ride from London.
Correct.
But we
this
did, which I had a
window?
fucking, I didn't realize the paperwork I had to do because.
No, that's not gonna help me, is it?
No, I think it is.
No.
Go up, go on the furthest left vine from the top platform. So go back up to the top platform. Go on the furthest left vine. Yeah. And then, doesn't that launch you where you want to go? Hey. No, take the vine, take the vine.
Oh, duh. Silly Hannah.
So I had to get train tickets, and we had to get up early to get on the underground to get to Waterloo Station to get on the train to Salisbury.
We had to get to Waterloo Station by 7.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, you found a kid.
the train left at
7:10.
7:10.
But it was funny. From Paddington we hop on the train to Waterloo, and I think this one was the Bakerloo line, but we weren't paying attention. We were both groggy. Hannah gets into one car, and I get into. We think we're getting on the same train car. We're actually getting on opposite train cars, but there's
The same train, but just opposite train cars. Yeah.
yeah,
That's funny.
and there's a little like the windows open to allow air through.
Yeah.
So do you know that scene from It's Always Sunny where Charlie and Mac are at a restaurant and then they look and they see each other across the crowd?
I need to watch more of that show because I do not
We
know
did
what you're
that
talking
to each other
about.
on the trailer. We were both like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We
over
looked.
there?
First we looked around because I'm like, where the hell did he go? He was right behind me, and then I see Cameron and he's looking around with me. Where the hell did she go? She was right in front of me, and then we make eye contact with each other. We were just both like,
What are you doing?
"What are you doing?"
But Salisbury was lovely.
Yeah, it was.
Hannah, I think you fell in love with Salisbury
I did.
more than London.
I did. I mean, I love London. Don't get me wrong, but I like Salisbury was.
Hannah wants to move to small town.
Yeah,
England.
Salisbury was like my Gilmore Girl dream life,
Yeah.
minus the Rory problem.
Like, Anna, think of it like for a small town, but still super walkable with good public transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah. And Stonehenge was awesome. The reason we got there so early... Oh, nice. Are we almost done with Chapter 3?
I don't know.
Stonehenge was super awesome. The reason we went so early was so that we could see the sunrise through the central pillars.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was really cool. We didn't get there right. It wasn't on the solstice.
No.
But it was close enough that we got to see it, Anna. That was really, really
It
neat.
was really cool. Although, if I'm being honest, like, okay, Stonehenge really cool to see. I'm really happy and grateful.
The entire time we were there, Hannah was like,
that I can
you know,
cross
the pyramids are the same age, and those are
Jesus.
way more impressive.
That's not what I said at all. But I was grateful to see it. I can cross it off my bucket list.
I think you want to go up.
I know. I just want to make sure we're not missing
You're not.
something below me.
Just wants the color first, Cameron. God, so
But-
patient.
I was a little underwhelmed with Stonehenge. Like when I saw, and Stonehenge is older, much older than the Roman Colosseum. Like when I saw the Colosseum, not gonna lie, I got a little choked up. I got a little emotional. I was not expecting to, and I did. And so I thought I would also get a little emotional with Stonehenge, and I did not. Like, it was cool to see, but I
think Hannah's being unfair. I think she's comparing Neolithic peoples to the Romans.
But they're both, I mean, isn't Stonehenge one of the 7 wonders? Or am I,
No.
that's not?
No one knew about it at the time. When the 7 wonders of the world were defined, no one knew what Stonehenge was.
Oh.
You might be considered one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. But like the time frame is different. I think if you're comparing Stonehenge to the pyramids, that is totally fair. They are both about the same age. But I don't think it's fair to compare it to the Colosseum.
Okay. Well, I can't compare Stonehenge to the pyramids because I've not seen the pyramids up close.
But to your
I'd
point,
like
you're less interested in Neolithic peoples than I am. That's
Correct. Yes, I am.
I'm reading a book right now called the Rise and Rule of
damn it.
Mammals, which I highly recommend if anyone is curious about. It goes a little less detail about Neolithic peoples, but it basically talks about the evolutionary diaspora of mammal life, and that was really neat, and pre-mammal life. But yeah, I thought Stonehenge was awesome. Hello. Ice cream. What's on your mind, kid? You explained your whole situation. Oh, that's interesting. Well, in your situation, you should find your way to the giant tree in the swamp. Whatever's going on there is the center of it. You'll have to, yep. Oh, you can swim? Oh, swim in paint. Do you think you could swim in paint across water?
I don't know.
Whose
cannot. Whose hand is that? Oh, hang on. Your dad has something to say.
That's you, Ma!
That's you, Mom. Okay, here he comes.
Woo!
Finally.
Finally.
I got my turn on the phone. I know exactly what you need to do. From this phone booth, head 1 screen left. Near the top of that screen is a hidden path back to this screen. Paint the thin ground there and I see it. Sweet, let's do it.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dad.
Dad's super helpful.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, so go to
Mom
the
likes
left.
to be vague.
Yep.
Then go up.
Paint here. And you can talk to Shroom and stuff. But you're painting here, and you see in the top right corner that little strip.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Okay. Shroom looks like he is on some shrooms.
Maybe.
He might be.
He might be.
But yeah, I liked Stonehenge a lot. I would highly recommend. And yeah, Salisbury's like a nice little town. We enjoyed some duck watching. The ducks were trying to fuck each other.
Yeah, we saw 2 ducks fight.
The nice little
They were
park.
fine, though.
Salisbury Cathedral is fucking huge.
It's amazing. It's gorgeous.
Like disorientingly big and super gothic and awesome. Hannah wants to move to Salisbury. Cameron suggests trying smaller hamlets first for even more of the Gilmore Girls feel.
I think Salisbury.
We were on the train
or
and we were listening
Paddington
to...
for the London area. Like, we got options.
Yeah. When we were on the train back, we were listening to some Cockney guys.
They were ribbing each other.
Which was the most entertaining shit. And at the airport, security at Heathrow is great. That was super fast.
Yeah,
to get
security
through
is awesome at Heathrow.
But
Shout
their
out.
layout
But your
is
layout
awful.
sucks.
They shut down aisles Like, so like there was a point where we were trapped in a section of the airport for them to allow cross traffic to move through, and that was really annoying.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, our last meal in London was a disappointment. We were at Heathrow Airport. We were having breakfast. It was like 7:30 a.m. We're at this. Where were we at? Bahama Mama.
Wagamama.
Wagamama. And I think you go to the Vine, and then you can go. But it's this like British. Like Chinese British place. On the menu it says it's never too early for, and it has a small section of the menu. So like they have a breakfast menu and they have a full day menu. And on the breakfast menu it says it's never too early for, and it includes some items like
chicken ramen.
Like chicken ramen and stuff.
Grilled chicken ramen, I think.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah. But then
and I tried to order that, and the waitress was like, "Yeah, it's not 8 a.m.
It's not a.m. yet."
And at the bottom of the box,
it's like
it says
fine
it's
print.
never too early. It says full menu served at 8 a.m.
At 8 a.m.
So I made the
was
argument.
in fact too early.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
it was.
I was like, well, I thought this section I could order now, and then you'll open up the full menu at 8.
Right.
And the other people, like the guy next to us, got in a fight with the management about the exact same issue.
Because he also, which to be fair, he's right. Yeah.
I think you want to go north, maybe?
Can I?
Swim?
I don't think I can
swim north.
Swim.
Oh.
I just came from that way, I thought.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You can vine it. Vinny vine it. But yeah, so that was like the last.
Oh, I found a kid.
Huh?
I found another kid.
Yeah. How can I reach these kids? Overall, where do you rank London on your trips?
So, are we ranking it with trips just the two of us, or all international trips, like including what we did with your family?
Well, why don't you define the metric and criteria, and then you can grade it.
So I would just give it a ranking system, right, of my favorite to least favorite, based on things we've seen, food, and the general, fun and historic sites that we've done in that area. So if I'm going with top, like number 1 on my list, it was just the two of us, but it was Italy. Only because, obviously food and wine, right? I just literally ate my weight in gelato, pizza, and wine pretty much every day in Italy. The history there, right, because it's another old city. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's go back. Let's try.
Go to the North Vine. Or, oh, you can't get there.
Yeah, you can't get there to the center island from that particular spot.
Okay, go back to the vine that you went to. Yeah. Okay. Go down, I guess go south from here.
So Italy was number 1, right? Because I also got to see, I also got to see Pompeii, which I fucking loved. I saw the Colosseum. I think I need to get over here somehow.
If you go through that, have we been here before?
Part of it.
Yeah, you came from the top left.
We came from this way. We came from the top left.
Okay, so go south on this vine. And then go through that vine to go left. The other vine, yeah. Although, yeah, and then go left here. And we're at the tree!
Oh, nice.
You can talk to your mom and dad if you want.
Let's see. Well, I don't know that I need a hint, but I wonder if Dad will tell me something different. So first is Italy. Second is probably London. Again, because
Ooh, not Spain. London London
I
edged
think
out
London
Spain.
now. Yeah, London edged out Spain, but just by a smidge, though, honestly. And the only reason is there are two, right, for me. Is one obviously is the restaurant. You should find your way to... Yeah, I'm going. Yeah? Yeah. Is that gonna give me something better? Come on. Yes, I do. Tell me something good. In the dark tree, there's one of those dot puzzles, okay? To find the solution, you gotta follow the vine from there to the right. Okay. Look at the shape of the terrain on that screen to the right. It's like a giant picture of the dot puzzle. The vine shows you which dots to color in. Okay. Thanks, Dad. The vine to the right in the tree?
Yeah, in the tree.
Okay.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, so London obviously not obviously. London is number 2 for the Michelin restaurant, and the theater. Number 3 is Spain. So Spain has food, again, food and wine were amazing in Spain. We did a lot of day trips to some historical sites, which was really cool. So Spain was a little similar to Italy, I think, with the history that I like and appreciate. A lot of old buildings in a lot of areas where there are modern built around centuries old items. Number 3 is then... Nope, that was number 3. Number 4 would be Peru, which we went there this year. Peru is lovely. I do want to go back. But the reason I have Peru at number 4 is, obviously, that was the first time Cameron and I had been to South America. We went with Cameron's parents. They're amazing parents. I love my in-laws. Fine to the right. We went with, it had nothing to do with them, but we went with a group, like a dedicated group tour. So everything was planned. The food was not very adventurous because the tour was more concerned about keeping the group, right, safe from any sort of food poisoning or allergies or anything like that. So we didn't get to explore the way that we wanted to, which is why it's listed at number 4. Number 5 would be Iceland. I mean, that was back in 2018, so that was a while ago. Iceland was fun, you know, not like my top choice of a country to visit, but cool that we went to it. We did see a lot of neat things, but I couldn't tell you any specific history about Iceland. It was a lot of hiking, though, which was nice, and I liked it. I think if I were to ever go back to Iceland, I very much would want to go to Iceland or another area like that, specifically to see the Northern Lights when they're out and about. I think when we did it, they were not out, which is, that's fine. And then the food, right, the food in Iceland was just, it was okay. It was very expensive. Because they really only grow sheep and meat in Iceland and nothing else. And then last would be the Bahamas. So we had rented a house, which was nice because it was by the beach. But the only cool thing that I genuinely liked at the Bahamas was we went to Pig Beach. So I did get to swim with wild pigs, which was kick-ass. Oh my god, that made my whole vacation. Otherwise, like, that trip, we really just spent with family. And because we were with family, again, I love my in-laws, so I don't want to, like, bash on them. but because we were with family, we didn't really get to explore, I think, like, the nightlife of the Bahamas. If there is such a thing, it was just home-cooked meals and then an early bed, you know? But that's where I rank it. What about you, Cameron?
I think I'm with you on the general ranking.
We're also not resort people, so I think that's the other reason is, like,
Yeah.
Bahamas is very resort-oriented, which is great if that is what you are into. Cameron and I quickly discovered that we cannot do resorts.
We don't like the energy.
That's not
don't
our
like-
thing. It's too
We want to
loud.
explore.
We want to explore. We don't want to be rushed to, like, you want to talk about waiters who are looking to flip tables. That's at resorts. Like, they want you to get in, get out so they can make their money. And, like, on the one hand, I get it. I totally get it. But that's not my speed at all.
But yeah, London was a good
London
time.
was
Thanks
all
for
of that to say
coming to
London
our
was a
TED
great
Talk.
time. Yes, thank you.
So we're in the tree.
We're in the tree.
Did you just go down those stairs, or do you need to go?
That's
up
where
those
I
stairs?
no, I
You came
that's
from
where I
there.
came from.
Okay.
So what I need to do is
Oh, there's a little swimming path over to the right.
yeah, that's where I need to get. Nope.
And then you get a bomb.
Ahaha.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Start at the
bomb.
right of the bomb. Yeah.
That was a bombardier. You can't say bomb on an airplane. Ugh, name that
I
movie.
think you can push it right.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
I could
paint it
not
and
name
it'll
that
blow.
movie, I'm sorry.
Meet the Parents.
That was probably before her time.
Oh God.
I
Oh,
think I'm just very out of touch with a lot of general pop culture stuff. There's
We
a
did-
lot of movies that you would expect people to have seen.
I don't know. What,
And,
to be fair, though, like, it might be
just
out of your
hasn't
time.
happened.
Like, I don't even remember what year Meet the Parents came out, but I know it's
it's
been
like
a minute.
2003.
Holy
We did
shit.
I did catch up on a bunch of movies on the plane, which was kind of nice because there's a bunch of movies that, like, if I'm at home, I don't want to sit down really and watch a movie most of the time. I want to be doing something.
Yeah, I
But
know.
on a plane, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
So, like, I read and I played on the Switch, and then we watched a fuck ton of movies.
Well, because our goal, right, was we wanted to stay up the whole flight so we could, like, just pass out when we got back home and get adjusted back to
Yeah.
EST quickly.
Paint that little mushroom.
So, yeah, we watched a bunch of movies. I know I watched Dumb Money, which is about the GameStop stock short squeeze.
So I think you can just
Which
go to the left.
Well, but there's something like if I follow the vine.
Yeah, but
then-
you got to go left to follow the vine.
No, I know. My dad said that if I look at to the right of the vine is the shape that the dots need to be, is what I thought he said.
Right. So you got to get over there.
Oh, I follow.
My dad said that I could go to the right of the vine. My dad said.
Stop it. God.
This is very cute.
Your dad who works at Nintendo.
Yeah, my dad works at Nintendo.
My dad, the inventor of toaster strudel, would not be very happy about this.
I'm trying to think. Is that
You
Mean
know
Girls?
it, yeah. Okay, so if I paint... Oh, so maybe this is what the dots are supposed to be. Do I need to pay attention to the trees and I can't because it's all fucking dark?
Well, you can take the vine. Yeah, just keep taking the vine. Keep riding that vine. So the dots are these holes. There's 9 holes.
Where is the vine, though, for this?
It's in the hole. It's like literally right next to you.
Oh,
To
can
your
I
left.
get there?
Slow down. Do you see the black spot?
Yeah.
Right next to you? Start there. You gotta fill it with ink first. There you go. Is there a hole to the bottom? No. So this is just a little circuit. Yeah, can you ink right there? Down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how we get over there.
I
So,
don't know
okay, Anna,
either.
what's this telling us? Anywhere the vines touch is what we need to fill in?
So you'll notice that in like some of the dots, there are like the light-eating bugs. And this is a 9x9 grid, just like the pattern on the door.
So it's
the
the
other room.
bugs represent the black dots?
Yeah, they represent like which ones you don't want to have colored in. I think.
But it's only where the bugs are in, if the bugs are in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hannah,
I think
let's
that's it anyway.
check. Go ink the hole to the south. Yeah. Ink the hole to the southwest. Just get
Either
ink.
that or it's the where the vines actually like interact with the holes. One of those two, because there's my memory is not perfect, but both of those puzzles exist somewhere in this game.
Alright, I think I get it.
So it could be the top row plus the center one plus the bottom right one. We could try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that one.
So head back. Yeah, the top row.
Yeah, you're gonna have to erase the ones that you don't want because you already colored them all in.
Oh.
And it might be easier if you use if you make your brush smaller.
Yeah. And change the color. It might be easier to see against all this.
I don't know how to make, I don't remember how to make my brush smaller.
Trigger button? There it is.
I got it.
So that top row, try the top row. That's not the top row.
I know, baby. I was trying to erase Cameron. I don't remember how to erase.
You're fine.
Okay.
You good?
No. That's how I erase. Jesus.
So you did erase already. I think it's all erased now.
Okay.
And then I think the center one.
I can go back and
And
check.
the bottom right one.
Bottom right.
Hey! Easy.
Nice.
Hit
Cool.
that mushroom over on the left. Get that light back.
Mushroom on the left.
That like dark spot, you erased over it to the south. Just go south. There you right there. There you
Where's Chicory?
go. Back at her tower.
Not Chicory, my ice cream girl. I got her.
That's what I should call you.
Mm-hmm.
My ice cream girl.
Inside, we're all just ice cream girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Oh.
Ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Do I just keep hitting the button?
Ah, there we go. Time for something fucked up to happen. The eye. 2 eyes.
I gotta remember how to do this.
3 paint the eyes when they turn white, I think.
No.
Oh, a little different.
I should never have given you the brush. You have no talent. Oh no! How could I be so careless? Shut up. I don't want to hear you talk. I only ever kept you around because you were my janitor. That's the only reason you got the brush. You just happened to be there. Now you think you're an artist. It's pathetic. This is so awful.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Well, this is like your manifestation of your thoughts. Oh, run! Yeah, panic. Ooh. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, banish her to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. She's not real. Yeah, get her. Keep going. While she's down. There is no mercy in this dojo!
Francis.
Say hi to Francis, everybody. It's like, Mom, it's past 8:30. Where's my snake?
Where's my snack?
So you can't paint her when she's
No, I know. I know, babe.
But you got this. Whoa!
Goodness. She needs some help.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out, but my theory is this is not Chicory.
Probably
this is
not.
like a manifestation of your inner
Yeah.
fear that she doesn't like you.
Oh, Maddie's calling me. I need you to answer that, please.
Alright. Hey Maddie, what's up? Good. Hannah's occupied at the moment, but do you want her to call you back? Okay. Alright.
I can call her in a little bit.
Yeah, Hannah says she can call you in like 5 minutes. Alright. See you.
That was my sister, everyone. I love my sister.
Shout out to Maddie.
Shout out to Maddie. I want to make sure she's good.
She's a pretty good sister-in-law.
She's
And
a
we'll
great
probably
sister.
call this a stream after this pod. Like that's
Yeah.
another chapter done.
Yeah.
We'll walk with pets. And then tomorrow I'm excited. I'm gonna be playing some Zelda. Get her! Get her! Keep going. That's right. Paint that rabbit orange.
You see that as orange?
Is it not orange?
It's not orange.
Oh, you know what it is? I have my sun filter
Oh god.
on.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
It's yellow.
I was gonna say,
Is it like pink?
that is most
It's like a
definitely
hot
not
pink,
orange.
yeah. It's like highlighter pink. Alright. We gotta be close. Unless I'm not doing this right, but
No, I
I
just
don't
want
think that's the case.
mechanically these are like pretty simple fights. I don't think there's a big.
We are playing the new Zelda tomorrow. Cameron is very excited.
Yes.
And I'm
that's
excited
yeah,
that
we-
he's excited.
We know that you're not excited.
I like Link's Awakening, but I don't know. I'm not as I didn't grow up with Zelda the way that you did.
Right, but what does that have to do with everything? You told me that.
Baby, I'm excited for it. I think you have a different kind of excitement for it, is what I'm trying to say, right? I don't think our excitement level is the same.
That's okay.
That's all. That's all I was
think
trying to
it's-
say.
I don't think it needs to be the same.
Oh boy.
Ooh, was that like were her ears fucked up?
I don't know. That's
Into
chapter
the
4.
depths.
Find out.
Chapter 3
Well-
down.
With this, we're gonna call this a stream.
Yep.
Thanks for playing with us, everyone. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Well, next time we'll be more focused on the game because we won't have a post-trip action item report to do.
Yes.
And yeah, tomorrow we'll be playing some Zelda.
Woohoo!
And then we have an announcement this weekend regarding our Extra Life stuff.
Yep.
Anna, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, Anna. It's always fun.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.